Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to share with you some ways that I set myself up for success to not go to the grocery store too many times during the week, not go out to eat, not pick up a pizza, and not just eat cold sandwiches all the time, and have some delicious home-cooked food, and also have a night or two for leftovers. Okay, so you guys that have watched me for a long time are probably going to be able to predict exactly what the first thing is that I'm going to talk about. And that is my handy dandy menu planner. I love it. I turned this notebook into a menu planner, and because I actually lost one of mine, and I had gotten these weekly meal plan pages on clearance, so I thought I'll just use that and won't buy a new one or something like that. So each week we sit down and we make a menu plan. There have been different times in my life that I did it differently. There was a time when I didn't menu plan and I flew by the seat of my pants, and a lot of times we ate out, or we had hot dogs, or we ate junk, and it just wasn't good. So I did not like it. I was never happy or never happy with the way things were, and every single night I was like, what do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? And they were like, I don't know, what do you want? What do you want? So I got tired of the what do you wants and started meal planning. That started about 8.5, 9 years ago, and I will not go back. There have been a couple of times that I have fell off the wagon or fallen off the wagon and regretted it very quickly. And went back to the what do you want? What do you want? All those kinds of things. The first step I did make whenever I started menu planning was writing down some of my family's favorites. That's the first step, but I'm not here to talk about that today. So the first thing we do is menu plan. I have made menu plans bi-weekly and monthly, but right now in this season of life, it's best to do it week by week because we never know a schedule until probably Tuesday or Wednesday of the week before. So we just sit down on Saturday or something like that, Friday, Saturday, and we make a menu plan. So this plan has already started, the one I'm currently looking at, because yesterday was Sunday. And the reason why that I do my menu plan, like I start on Sunday and go through, is because that's the way the Happy Planner sets it up. I would rather have Sunday up here and go down to Saturday, but that's not the way mine is set up. So the 11th is here, and then 12th, 13th, or 17th. So we were planning to have tacos last night, and we ended up changing it up because we ate a very late breakfast, and by the time it was time to eat, we didn't want like full-blown huge meal. So I made something really quickly. It was some potatoes with some little beef tips and onions and garlic and salt and pepper. That was it, other than butter and avocado oil. I just threw that together. You'll see that on the weekly meals. But that I just threw together for Sunday instead of a big thing of tacos, because it was just simpler and we ate it with some naan bread. So that was swapped. Another rule about the menu plan: you don't have to stick to it exactly as you write it down. You can swap up days. You can change things around. As long as you don't go to the store and you have the ingredients in your house, you're free to do what you feel like doing because it's your house. So it's your groceries. You know what I'm saying? It's your pantry, your freezer, your fridge. You do what you want. So we did swap that up. And so that means tonight we're going to have tacos, and then we're going to change that stuff, around. So what I do is do the menu plan. The second step in setting myself up for success is I take everything out of the freezer that I can for that week. Like this week, we're having jambalaya. Do you hear the ice maker making our ice? It's so rude to do that right now. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. But anyway, I take all the meats out of the freezer that I can so they can start thawing out in my refrigerator. I have 2 refrigerators, 2 freezers, or technically it's 4 freezers, but one of them is like tiny, and then the other is a side-by-side, and then I have a chest freezer and a upright freezer. So I take everything that I can meat-wise out of the freezer and I put it in a little spot in my refrigerator, and I'll show you that now. And when I move my camera, it makes weird noises. I'm hoping that I won't have that happen today, but we'll see. But that's my first step. Take it out of the freezer and put it in my little handy dandy. I did melt this one time in my dishwasher because I didn't think about it and just threw it in there because it had some meat juices that you don't like, and it had it in there, and I just wanted to sanitize it. Yeah, big mistake. Don't stick those in your dishwasher. They melt. Jeff actually did get it back more to a rectangular shape, but as you can see, it's a little weird. But anyway, I have in that little spot all the things that I need that are meat, except one, which I'm getting out today because I didn't need to take it out too soon. Today is Monday. And also the queen's leftovers. She gets a half a can in the morning. So anyway, in my refrigerator, as you can see right now, it's pretty bare. I have not done my grocery shopping. I'm going to share that with you in a moment. It's pretty bare. This is the leftover shelf, which this right here is just a apple cobbler that is more like a breakfast, and then that's some more fudge because family like fudge, and this is like a dairy shelf. It may as well be anyway. That's one of my fridges, and I'm going to show you my other one. This area right here is sandwich stuff. It's turkey, ham, salami is right there because it wouldn't fit. Pepperonis, stuff like that. That is all sandwich stuff. So the guys have that. Oh, what is my light flashing for? Anyway, the guys have this for lunches, and I have it for like a quick wrap or something. Then over here's bacon and sausage. I have a taller one that can contain that because those are foods that have to be cooked, and I don't want them to be contaminating those. And this way I have them in Ziploc bags anyway, but this has never caused any problems. And then I've got other things in here set up. Like I said, I haven't gone to the grocery store yet. Probably need to pick up some eggs. But I look through here and decide what I need. That's the cheese drawer. Y'all know that I love cheese. That my family eats a lot of cheese. But anyway, and these are some fresh berries that wouldn't fit in here. And no, I haven't gone grocery shopping this week. And yes, I do have a lot of things there because of the way I do shop. But I will go grocery shopping, and that is the next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about. Okay, on the back, this is the menu plan. And then on the back of this, it has a grocery list. So if I choose to take my planner with me, I can do that and have my list with me. But most of the time, what I do is I have an ongoing list here of things that we have used that I need to restock because we rotate our foods. You guys know that we are preppers and we always rotate. Up here, I know that this is what we need for one of those meals that we're having. It's a crock pot meal, and I'm doing Croctober, so I need that. And then some buns for burgers. So if there's anything that we have used that we need to restock, or if there's anything else, I put it on this. This is just a little post-it thingy, you can tell that. So I put that there, and if I find that there's anything else that I need, I will put it on there. This, let me get it the right way. This little thing right here is my handy dandy little weekly prep box, or whatever these things were called. I don't know. It is my helper for the week. So what I do is take my menu plan, throw it in there. Alright, and then I go to my pantry. And I am going to get you guys a pantry tour and the extended pantry, and I'm going to share that with you. So, let me, this is difficult sometimes. Okay, so now I look in here and I say, okay, what do I need out of my pantry for this week's meals? I'm doing pasta, I'm doing steak on the grill, we're doing the jambalaya and different things like that. Now, the jambalaya, I am not familiar with that recipe. So that is one that I will have to get my cookbook for that has that recipe in it. Should have already done that. I forgot. So let me go grab that real quick and turn to the page that I need for that meal. Here's the handy dandy cookbook. So let me grab it. Where am I going to sit it in here? On top of the chocolate chips. Here, you guys hang out right there for a minute. It's dark in here. I know that. I'm sorry. Can't do anything about it right now. I'm thinking about getting some of those little strip lights. I actually have some for the kitchen under one side, but Jeff still hasn't finished up some other stuff on the other side, so we haven't bought any for that. So, let me grab this recipe. Where are you, recipe? Wait a minute. I've got it written down on here. Page 184. That's another trick. Go ahead, if you're using a recipe book or cookbook, go ahead and in your menu plan, write down the page number. So the day you're ready to cook it, bam, it's there. So this is what I'm going to need. I know that I'm going to need chicken, sausage, shrimp, stuff like that. Well, all that is in the refrigerator and freezer because you don't take shrimp out until you're ready to cook it. Unless you're using fresh shrimp, and then that's a whole different situation. Then I need celery, onion. Celery's in the fridge, but I need an onion. Put that in there. My thing is way down there. Bell pepper. It's in the freezer. I'm not going to take it out until the day. I've already got it diced up. 1 can of diced tomatoes, a 28-ounce can. I'm not sure if I have any in here that is a 28-ounce can. So, what I may have to do, of the dice, that is, what I think I'm going to have to do, because those are crushed, yeah, I'm just going to have to improvise, or I could go to my overflow, but I'm not going to do that either. Go ahead and grab 2 cans of this. It'll just be a little bit more tomato. It'll be 29 ounces. I mean, really? Does it matter? No. I don't think an ounce of tomato is going to matter. So I'll grab 2 cans of that. Okay. Then I'm going to need cloves. It's in the refrigerator. 2 cups of chicken broth. Let me make sure this is chicken. Yes. Chicken. I know that's more than 2 cups, but I always use that leftover for cooking rice. It's delicious. Cajun spice mix. There we go. Thyme and oregano. Let me look up here first. No, I don't have any up there. Alright, so I'm going to grab some thyme and oregano. And, oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. The shrimp and the rice, but the rice I'm going to, why did I need that other? I think that was for a different recipe, for another time, next week. I'll tell you about that later. Okay, so I need regular rice. Okay, here's the deal. I need regular rice for cooking this meal. Let me go back to it. Page 184, I believe, is what it was. That's seafood gumbo. That's not jambalaya. That's totally different. Okay, here we go. I need 1 3/4 cups of converted rice. I don't know, honestly, what converted rice is. I don't have converted rice. So, I need 1 3/4 cups cooked. So that would mean that I need some of this. Do I want to put this big thing in my little box? Absolutely not. So what I will do with this is I'll go ahead and measure me some out, put it in a reusable bowl, and put it in there. But I'll do that after I've done all the rest. So, the next thing that I know, I'm going to need pasta. Well, we didn't choose what kind of pasta we were going to do, and I don't know what kind we're going to do. But I'm really leaning towards the frozen raviolis, so I'm thinking I don't need any noodles out of here, except my daughter doesn't like certain types of pastas, like ravioli. So, I'm going to make her some pasta bake. So I need elbow macaroni, and I will just stick this with the rice so I can get the amount that I need out. Grab the elbow macaroni, and the pepperonis are in the refrigerator. The pasta sauce is in the overflow, so I'll have to go get that, but I'll show you it in the box later. For the steak, well, it's in the freezer still. That's something that I need to take out and put in the refrigerator. I'll do that in a moment. But I know I'm going to need some sort of sides with that steak. Normally, whenever we cook on the grill, we throw some corn on the grill. So what I will do is go ahead, grab me like 6 ears of corn out, and I will go ahead and make them up in the little packets, stick them back in the freezer, ready to cook if I'm doing the corn. But lately, we've been loving the green beans cooked on top of the stove with the onions and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to have with our steak. Green beans, probably a baked potato. So I'll grab 2 cans of green beans, and then I know I need an onion with that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another onion. I'll put this with that. And then I know that it will be, it'll be Jeff, myself, and Noah who are going to be eating baked potatoes. So I will take some potatoes. Actually, these need to be put into my potato bin, so I'll do that real quick. Done. I can trash this now. We don't have recycling, so I can't recycle it. But anyway, then I'll grab 3 of the biggest potatoes I can find. These are mighty tiny. But I'll just grab those. Well, they're all little, so little. So I'll just grab like 4 of these. Throw them in my little thing. So that means that meal's done. The jambalaya is done. The sweet chili chops, the chops are already in there. And that night, we may have the corn on the grill because it is grilled. We may do something else. We're not going to want the green beans again, which we may have the green beans on that night. That'll be something I'll have to think about. Either way, I'm going to do the corn. I'll show you guys how I do that. So now I know we like to have the stovetop potatoes for that. I know we need onion for that. So I'll grab an onion. I know we're going to need potatoes for that because you don't have stovetop potatoes without potatoes. So I just grabbed as many as I thought my family would need. With the stovetop potatoes, you need onion, you need potato, and then everything else is in the kitchen already because butter, avocado oil, garlic, it's all there. So that meal is done. Then my next meal will be the tacos. Like I said, the tacos meat is already in there. The seasoning is already in there. And the taco shells are in there. And all of the other fixings are in the refrigerator, except the tomato. So I'm going to grab tomato. This one came out of my garden. Isn't it funky looking? But it's delicious, I'm sure. And I will put that in, but I will make sure that I don't put anything else on top of that. So, now I'm going to look over my stuff and I'm going to decide. I have my pasta meal done. I have my steak meal done. I have my jambalaya meal done. I have my sweet chili chops and my tacos done. We're supposed to have burgers one night this week. There's nothing in this pantry I need for burgers. So that means I'm done with the pantry. So now, let's go get the steak out of the freezer, get the corn out of the freezer, and I will share how I'd make the corn up for you guys. So, I have my Reynolds wrap, or aluminum foil, or aluminium for all my UK friends. I believe that's the proper way, and I believe that's the proper place. Let me know if I'm wrong. I have corn, salt and pepper, and butter. We need our butter. Okay, not only am I going to go ahead and prep myself with the corn and the corn, I'm going to do the rice and noodles too. So you're going to see how I do that as well. Okay, so these two bowls are reusable, and I try to do that wherever possible. I get reusable things. So what I'm going to do is figure out how much I'm going to need for my rice. Well, usually our family, I'll cook up about 1.5 to 2 cups of rice. So I'll just go ahead and grab out 2 cups. One. Two. And then on the day I cook this, I will put it in either a microwavable dish if I decide to put it in the microwave, or I will put it in a Instant Pot, Kasori, just whatever, with 4 cups of liquid. And I will use whatever is left of that chicken stock first, and then add water. So this goes into my handy dandy basket. Then my noodles. Okay, if I'm making Selena I hit myself in the ear, some pasta bake, I usually need around 2 cups of noodles. So she likes these elbows the best. So I'm going to get about 2 cups of those. Maybe, ooh, that was loud. I may need to do 2.5 or 3. Let's just go with 2.5. Because I normally eyeball it. I'm just trying to show you guys so you can see it. Alright, and then take that and put it into the little box, and then I'm going to put my rice and my noodles away, and then I'm going to bring you down here and share how I do the corn. Okay, so I've already set up my little station here. I've got my foil down, I've got my salt and pepper and butter ready, and now I'm going to take and put 1 piece of corn on each one of these little foils. Okay, so now I put salt and pepper on every one. And a little bit of butter. This is for flavor and also so it will not stick as much. Oh, I didn't get that very well. I take them then and I wrap them up. I might have made that one a little bit too small, but that's okay. Now I take all 6 ears of this corn and I put it in the refrigerator beside the thawing meat. Now, if I was doing this corn on the weekend, I wouldn't do that. I'd stick it straight back into the freezer. But since I'm cooking it the day after tomorrow, I can put this in the refrigerator. It'll be just fine, because that spot on my refrigerator is right beside the teeny tiny little freezer. And honestly, things in those 2 drawers freeze. We have frozen water in there. Let me show you. See? Frozen water. These were brand new. we stuck them in there, so then whenever we go places where we know we're going to be going all day, throw that in the cooler. You don't have to put any ice in. You've already got your drink and your ice. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what my basket looks like, what my fridge looks like, and I'm going to show you the very last thing I do whenever I'm setting myself up for success for the week in the food department. Okay, so here's my freezer with all the meat out, thawing, getting ready. And on the day we cook steak, I also cook Selena we'll do chicken on the grill for her because she doesn't really like steak. So she used to. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we'll cook her some chicken breast. And then there's the corn beside the teeny tiny freezer. And here's the frozen water. And you don't want to put fruits and vegetables in there. Oh, that's dirty. Oh well, life. And the cat food, of course. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my basket. Here's all the rice, the noodles, the sauce. Don't want to squish the tomato. Cannot squish the tomato. All the canned stuff, all of the spices that I will need, the seasonings, the noodles, the rice, the whatevers and everything. We've got all of it in here ready for me for the week. So whenever I start to cook, all I've got to do is grab whatever I need out of this, except my fresh vegetables and, like, you know, if you need something out of the freezer or whatever. But it's very minimal that I have to actually go get. And some of it is already prepped. Now I'm going to tell you the very last thing I do, which is probably going to be the craziest thing for all of you. But then again, it may not be. And that is, I will take now, and on this list, everything that I have in here, pasta sauce, the canned goods, the stock, all of those things, I'm going to write it here. All of the non-perishables. I'll write it here, like pasta sauce, 2 of those. I use tally marks. This is not the best. Chicken broth or stock, I'm using 1 of those. Green beans. And I was going to go replace this chili beans, but they didn't have any at Aldi. That's why it's still there. And the lima beans is something Jeff took to work. So that's another thing that happens. 2 cans of green beans. What else was there? Let's see. I think that's all the canned goods. All of the perishables. Nope, so sorry. Tomatoes. Oh, that's not how you spell tomato. T-O-M. Not tomato. Tomatoes. We need 2 cans of those. And then what I will do, since I used a little bit, probably about a half a pound of noodles, and I have that usually holds 2 pounds, and I have over a pound out of that. I will put on here elbow noodles, 1 pack or 1 pound. Okay, that's weird. I didn't do that correctly, but whatever. I understand what it means. And if not, I will go back and look at the video. But anyway, so that's how I set myself up for success. All of this is ready for me. All of that I will go pick up tomorrow whenever I go drop Noah off at work. And all week I've got it. There is one meal I didn't show you, which was Sunday. Don't know if I mentioned it yet. But yeah, we moved things around. But I had everything here. And there's nothing that I need to replace. But I do need some onions. I just thought about that. Oh, I put my pen over here, pencil over here. I saw that I'm getting down to my last 3 pounds of onions. So I need to get some onions. I like to have 10 pounds in the house at all times. I don't want to hold this because it makes weird noises. But anyway, that's how I set myself up for success. I hope this video will help you guys. I hope that you understand what I'm doing. I am now going to clean off this countertop where I prepped the corn because I got salt and pepper everywhere because I do that. I'm going to clean it off real quick. I'm going to put my basket where it needs to go. And another thing I did not mention that I will do sometimes, I'll throw my cookbook and my planner in there, my menu planner. That way everybody can see what I'm cooking and the cookbook's ready for me. So it's easier for me to do this. It may not be easier for you, but one day I take about 30 to 45 minutes, prep a lot of things, get it ready for me, and I know that I did not cut up any lettuce, I did not cut up tomatoes, I did not cut up any of that kind of thing that I may be needing, like the onions and stuff. Sometimes I do go that far. Sometimes I go ahead and I cut up the onions, I put them in the fridge, and I'll cut up the potatoes and I'll put them in the fridge with some water and cover the bowl. But I'm not doing that today. The reason why I'm not doing that today is because I feel confident with what I've done, it'll be enough. So it's just up to you how far you want to go. Now, on my what we ate for dinner videos, not this coming week, but starting the next, I am going to be sharing some of this. I might just be showing myself do it, and I also want to share myself using some of these things that I have prepped so that you guys can see exactly how I use it and understand what's going on. I'm probably going to show how I used some of these preps in the next video that you'll see what we ate for dinner, which comes out on Sunday, but I won't be sharing all of this with you. Now, it did take me longer to get all of this stuff done because I was talking to you guys and filming. Normally, it might take me 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, because I've been doing it so long. Once you get in the practice of doing it, you don't have much, you can do it. That's why I can put the meals on the table really easily, and we eat all those yummy things throughout the week and not go out to eat. And honestly, where we live, there are restaurants everywhere, and we could go out to eat every night, but I would not like the budget for that for a family of 4. Nope, wouldn't like it. And honestly, I would not like to eat some food that somebody else made the whole time. And I like to cook, so that's why I cook. So I'm going to go for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload. Leave me a comment down below. Do you do any meal prepping? Do you do any of this stuff? Do you think it's crazy? Do you think it'll be helpful to you? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? Are there any tips that you can share with me and everyone else who reads the comments that might help them throughout their day and help them get things on the table easier? Also, I didn't tell you this one thing. I take my crock pot out if I need it. I just go ahead and take it out because that's one less thing I have to do on that day, and it does not bother me for it to be sitting there. It's just something I do. Remember that we all do things our own way, but our ways may help others, and they can also adapt our ways to their lives. So go ahead and share things that you might think might be helpful, things that you enjoy, and let me know what you think about my crazy way of prepping for the week. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much again for watching, and remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.